Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with your end of the week update for Ethereum's technicals and Solana. For the Ethereum technicals, price has increased after this last short-term low, falling just short of support at 2100, now moving up, finding resistance at 2720. Volume for the short-term supports upwards movement with the strongest volume on these bullish candlesticks. Though for the mid-term, strongest volume is on the bearish candlesticks, particularly at these last two short-term lows. This last short-term low where price fell just short of support at 2100. The increase in range on that candlestick as well as volume just here could indicate that the low could be sustained at this point, though it is possible for a push from volume to occur within the middle or at the end of a downwards movement, so we will require confidence within bullish movement for confidence in that. If price does break above resistance at 2720, there will be short-term confidence in bullish movement, seeing this low to be sustained at least for the short term. ATR has moved overall sideways with a short-term bearish slope, giving an overall bearish outlook for volatility declining as price increases for the very short term. As ADX declines for Ethereum at this time frame, we use the model of stochastics and support and resistance. This model suggests a downward swing may occur at this point towards support at 2400, where price finds that support point and stochastics may enter oversold. And on the Solana daily chart, this wave count sees primary wave 4 complete at this last low just here, with price to now continue upwards for minute wave 3 within minor wave 1, of intermediate wave 1, of primary wave 5, of cycle wave 3. Cycle wave 3 has a target calculated at 2887, which is the 11.09 extreme Fibonacci ratio between that and cycle wave 1. And I have left this arrow untouched, seeing that where we expected price to go is then where price has continued towards. A short-term high above 162.7827, which is this last short-term high just here, would see minute wave 3 moving above the end of minute wave 1, meeting that core Elliott Wave rule. Price is quite close to that point, though it has not yet broken above that point. An additional high above that point, above 193.6182, would add further confidence to this wave count, as it is this last high just here. That would break the pattern of lower lows and lower highs, as shown throughout primary wave 4. This was previously the invalidation point for the daily alternate, though at this point, with this continued upwards movement, that alternate has been discarded. If price does continue lower, then minute wave 2 within minor wave 1 cannot move below its start at 111.4255, and within primary wave 5, any second wave corrective movement additionally cannot move below this point. This Elliott channel drawn around primary wave 4. Price has now broken above the channel with a full green candlestick above and not touching for this last session just here. As price continues upwards, it may come back to find support at the lower edge here for a corrective movement within minute wave 3, though price is overall expected to continue upwards, and we can add additional confidence to this wave count above this short-term confidence point as previously mentioned. On the technical daily chart for Solana, price has increased after finding support at 127, finding support resistance around 157, currently support. Volume has overall declined very steeply as price continues upwards for the very short term, though for the short to mid-term, volume is strongest on the bullish candlesticks, particularly in these last candlesticks just here. Seeing volume overall support upwards movement at this point, though I push on some of these bearish candlesticks, see some strength for downwards movement. ATR is overall flat as price increases, and overall bearish outlook for volatility remains for the short term with a slight bearish slope just here as price continues upwards. And as ADX declines for Solana at this time frame, we use the model of stochastics and support and resistance. This model suggests a downward swing may occur at some point soon towards support at 127, where price finds that support point and stochastics enters oversold, where the upward swing may be complete at this point with price finding support resistance at 157 and stochastics entering overbought. That's all for me with your end of the week update for the Ethereum technicals and Solana. For the coming week, I will only be doing a beginning of week update. So if you want me to cover any particular indicators or anything in particular in that video, please let me know in the comments below. As always, if you want the Ethereum Elliott Wave count, you can sign up for that using the link in the description below at pureelliottwave.com. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a good weekend.